Hi guys, welcome to our, this week we decided not to do a trading video, but just to give you a little bit of a shop tour and give you my and Dan's opinion on the Xbox One.
Yeah, the XBone.
The XBone. The XBone, what a name. Okay, so me and Dan have made a little list of our good points about it and our bad points about it, and you can probably guess by the tone of my voice what I prefer. Okay, so let's start, in my opinion, the good points. I think it looks like a really good looking machine.
Yeah, it's like from 1983 when you had Betamax versus VHS. Really good looking Betamax player.
Well, no, I think it looks quite, I mean, it reminds me a little bit of the CDI. From
1998.
But we all know that was a good machine. So I think personally it looks nice, and Dan doesn't seem to like it.
I've got to admit, it's just a bit bigger than I expected from looking at it, because I haven't shown the exact dimensions yet. It looks about as big as the original fat PS3 flat. Maybe it's got better curves, make it feel a bit more slim and sleek, but really it's a bit of a beast, and you know they're going to bring out the XBone Slim very fucking soon after we see the first one.
Right, okay, next, the last point about what we liked about it was it has that HDMI input.
This allows you to put in your TV devices, like your Skybox or your DVR, so that you can, Xbox television and go straight to your Sky TV so you can watch Jeopardy for some reason. Yeah,
Jeopardy, and what's good about it, if you're watching the NBA basketball, you can chat to your friend over Skype about how much you like. You can compare fantasy teams.
There's nothing I like better than comparing fantasies with my friends when trying to watch television.
Yeah, that's what me, Dan, and a lot of our customers do lots of.
I don't do that. That's just stupid.
Yeah, I don't do that either. Right, next, again, I think we've maybe covered this a little bit. The TV feature. Now, the XBone, or the Xbox One, has got a lot of emphasis on TV. Now, I thought we were all moving away from TV. I've got a TV, I watch TV, but do I really want it so integrated with my games console?
I'll be honest, these days you've got like television, smart TVs that do all that stuff already. I mean, you've even got the ones now with a little Kinect-like thing that can scan your face and tell you, hey, Stuart's here, I'm going to show you all the,
Panasonic TVs have your own profile.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's great that they want to try and do that kind of thing, but really putting it to the forefront is not something that I personally care about. I don't even watch TV. Like, honestly, if I want to watch like Doctor Who or something, I'll just grab it on BBC iPlayer, or if I want to watch Black Mirror, I'll watch it on 4OD. I'm just not interested in television. I thought this generation was moving away from TV. That's the whole point.
And to be honest with you, sometimes companies come out with technology and I think, I didn't even know I needed that. But with this technology, I didn't even know I needed that, but I didn't need it, if that makes sense.
Exactly. They've developed a solution to a problem that no one really had, which was, how can I stop playing games and watch TV real quickly while Skyping and playing 2 other games and watching Star Trek.
I've never personally had a problem with pressing the AV button.
Yeah.
On my TV, I didn't think that was too much of an effort to go back to my my Skybox, but maybe I'm not some of the technological bods in Microsoft.
Technologically is not your strong point, mate.
It's I've never been good with my technological bodlies. Right, moving on. Another thing we're against is the strong emphasis on sports.
Sports everywhere. Sports. Now, I mean, like, I know that people do like football. Stu here is a emphatic Millwall supporter, but I don't know, mate. I'm not interested. And the whole push they were doing for like sports, especially if you're not in America, where like you have no interest in the NFL or anything like that, it's just not going to come over here. Even stuff we got on the original Xbox now, the Xbox 360 now, we haven't seen over here. So we're not going to see that stuff here ever if we're lucky.
It just won't be used. It won't be over here. It won't be used. It's not what we want.
I want games, mate.
I want good quality games. I want great stories to get into it. That's what I'm looking for.
But that said, though, every new machine has always started off with, look at these sports. Like, even the Dreamcast was like, check out Sega, what was it?
Sega Sports.
Yeah, Sega Sports, yeah. Check out like how many dudes can run the pitch at once, and look at this grass. So I mean, I've gotten used to sports.
I like sports games.
Yeah.
And I like watching sports.
On your
I don't really see the link of having that on your Xbox, when again you can press the AV button and you can watch it on all your other channels. And don't think for a moment you're going to get any more content that you're going to get which you can't get on the internet or via, your satellite or cable provider.
Yep.
Do you want to go to the next one?
Yeah, let's move on to the next one.
Right. The Kinect has to always be compatible.
Always watching you, always eyeing you up if you're, playing a bit of Dance Central, playing Halo in your pants, or enjoying, Leather Gladiator 5, the spanking. Kinect is always watching. Always.
And I actually want to get back to the point where do people think it's easier to wave your arms from left to right to choose stuff on a TV?
I admit, it does look nice. You look quite fancy, you're in the future and everything, but at the same time, I could just press left.
I could just press left, I could just press enter, I could just press channel 1, I could just press go, X, square button, all this technology. I've never thought, I wish I could do it a little bit more. I wish I could wave my arms around like an idiot.
I don't mind the fact that it's there, but it's the fact that I have to use it, or that I have to have it plugged in at least, that I feel, I shouldn't have to do anything. If I buy an Xbox, I don't want to put a Kinect on it now, I don't have to.
No, I'm
Sure, I can't play Kinect games, but I don't want to.
I mean, we don't know about prices yet. I can imagine the Kinect, the Xbox One or the XBone, without the Kinect, will probably cost £100 less.
They're not going to throw them out of Kinect. We're looking about, I'm thinking 350, maybe £400.
I've got 400. Yeah. 400 or 450.
Xavier actually taking in pre-orders for 400.
That's right. Yeah. M&M Games are taking pre-orders right now for £400.
Yeah.
Or more if it's more.
Yeah.
Not less if it's less.
Yeah, please don't come in last to build it though.
That said though, like the PlayStation 4 put out some really great stuff. I know a lot of people made fun of it, we didn't get to the console or anything, but I think that the only thing we've really seen from the Xbox One is like it's a big black box. Which is probably what the PS4 is going to be. Big black box.
Well, I think with the PS4, they put around a little picture today on the internet that I sort of found on Facebook. And it's basically PlayStation 4, we connect to a TV with games. And what their message is, we're about games for gamers. If you want to watch TV, get a TV. You've already got one if you've got an Xbox.
Yeah, you'd have a hard time doing anything without
if you want to watch sports,
Unless you want to watch your Xbox.
I don't understand
over those cold, hard corners.
Okay, the next issue, online connectivity. How your Xbox has always got, once a day at least, got to be connected to online.
Now this actually came out from, originally the idea was it was going to have to be on all the time, people seem to rally against that. So now they're saying, it's got to be on at least once a day, I think it was, at least one time a day. Now, if that's just to make sure that you're not like pirating stuff or whatever, then fine, whatever, it doesn't bother me too much. My Xbox is just plugged in anyway. But if it's saying, oh no, you can't play this game because you're not online right now, I'm not having that.
Yeah.
I might be wanting to turn my internet off for whatever reason.
I mean, we run this shop down here in Croydon, and arguably, it's maybe not the most prosperous part of the world, but we still have a lot of our customers that don't have internet connection.
That's right.
We'd say, download the patch for this, and people say, oh no, I haven't got the internet.
A lot of them had it taken away because of problems with the law.
Yeah, so there you go. A lot of our customers are physically not going to be able to allowed to play the Kinect.
I'm not saying they're pedos, I'm just saying they had problems with the law.
Yeah. I don't think people thought you were saying that, Dan.
In case you were, I'm definitely not saying that some of our customers are pedos.
I think you said problems with piracy, maybe.
Yes.
All our customers are pirates. No. I'm anyway. Pre-owned games, the big bugbear.
Now, obviously, this is all up in the air. Before I let Stuart rant, no one really knows for sure. Microsoft have been very cagey about what exactly their deal is with pre-owned games, and I'm personally waiting till E3. I'm not going to get reactionary about it. I do feel that they would like to try and cut out the pre-owned market. Let's face it, they want more money. Who doesn't? But that's at the expense of the consumers, at the expense of you, the gamers. I can't agree with it. On a gamer level, on a business level, it's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense, especially when Nintendo don't do it. Sony probably won't do it at this point now. They can't be that stupid. It's just too ridiculous. if Microsoft made this move personally, I feel they'd be shooting themselves in the foot and dead in the water. I'm going to let Stuart do his rant now because I know he's got a lot to say about it.
I'll be honest with you, Dan. I think you said a lot about what I've already said, and the fact that if you spend,
I didn't swear as much, to be fair.
Let's say, I'm not going to swear, but if you spend £50 on a game, okay. Now sometimes these Xbox 360 games at the moment, if you play one of those, you can complete that in 6 to 8 hours. Okay, now that's cost you £50. Now I'm the person that sells these to people sort of day in day out, and part of people's buying decision that if they buy this game for £50, it may take them 8 hours to complete. They haven't got an online connection, so they can't do the online, or they might not want to do the online. But they're safe in the knowledge that they can bring it back to a game shop, not necessarily our game shop, any game shop, and they can trade that in towards another game. So technically, their £50 game or their £40 game, they're going to get a high proportion of that money back. The whole idea, if you're buying a game for £50, you can't trade it in. It's a much bigger decision because you will know you're stuck with that game. So people aren't going to think, well, actually, I can trade it back in and get, let's say, a high proportion of that money back to get another game.
Let's not forget that a lot of people who do want to get new games off the bat, on day one release, will trade in because games aren't cheap. If you want to get them brand new, you will trade in a bunch of games you're not playing anymore. The pre-owned market facilitates brand new purchases a lot of the time, especially with new consoles. £500 for the PS3, that's not cheap. A lot of people trade in for that.
Exactly, and people don't realise that us as retailers, we buy games with cash. Okay, so but it's our customers that trade in against them with other products that we then have to sell, and that generates more and more sales for the publishers, and that's the whole point. That publishers they think they're going to get the same amount of sales, and then they'll get a percentage of every pre-owned sale. Now, it just seems, I just beggars belief where that people can afford £40 week in, week out. We have customers that come in and they'll buy games every week, complete them, bring them back, more games. But how to put it bluntly, they don't spend a lot of money. They're constantly trading in games to get other ones, switching back, getting good deals. That's what people want to do. If there isn't a pre-owned market, they're just going to lose all of that customer, and they're going to go to the PlayStation 4 because so far the PlayStation 4 so far denied any sort of pre-owned levy or pre-owned tax, as I like to call it. So, and it comes to the issue: if you buy a car,
yeah, I can sell that car if I buy.
If I go out and I want to buy a 20 grand, BMW, I know that in a year's time, if I want to sell that 20 grand BMW, I can get, let's say, 15 grand back for it. Yeah. I appreciate that car's going to depreciate. I appreciate the car's going to depreciate. Appreciate the depreciation, but that's something you factor into your purchase.
Not just to mention though that if you couldn't sell that car back, if you knew that 20 grand purchase was going to be it, you wouldn't buy that car.
Yeah.
Like you just wouldn't. You'd buy a 5 grand car or something.
You wouldn't.
You'd buy the Wii U of cars.
Leave the Wii U alone. They got no pre-owned protection. They're the heroes in this. They're the heroes.
I'll buy a Wii U tomorrow.
Yeah. Have you got one already?
Thanks Nintendo. No. What? No.
Yeah. Anyway, Dan, anything more to say about pre-owned?
One thing I will say, I guess, is a lot of people I'll jump on this argument, because that pre-owned is gonna obviously lack of pre-owned is gonna hurt the industry. Of course it will. But what's hurting the industry more is the insane expectations they're putting on things. Like Dark Souls, for example. I love Dark Souls, and I was watching a show called The Inquisition recently where they talked about this. Dark Souls came out. It was a not cheaply made game, but a moderate budget game. It came out. It was a moderate budget for marketing and everything, and it made gangbusters cash, right? For what it was.
Gangbusters
cash. Is that even?
Gangbusters cash.
That's probably a phrase. If it's not a phrase, whatever. You can tell me. Yeah, it should be a phrase. Let's make it a phrase. But anyway, it did really well for what it was. Word of mouth and advertising to the right people got it to serious cost stages. It's still being bought today. So much that they put out the Bethesda edition on the PC and the secondary edition on the Xbox and the PS3 as well, because you've got Demon Souls came before that. And now, Dark Souls 2 is coming out and they're shooting for the AAA market. And everyone's shooting for this AAA market. Tomb Raider came out shooting for that market. Medal of Honor came out shooting for that market. You're not going to make Call of Duty money with every game, no matter how much you stick your advert on buses. At the end of the day, games are for gamers. Call of Duty is its own thing, and that's unfortunate because it sucks. If you don't agree with me, too bad. But there's no need to try and push every game to AAA, so that when you do sell your game and it makes 3 million the first week, which sounds great to me. I'm not a super numbers man, but that sounds really good. And you call that a failure?
That Tomb Raider, I think it sold nearly 4 million copies.
Yeah.
And now Squaresoft have shut down the studio in the UK because it didn't make enough copies. It didn't sell enough copies.
And that's down to studios just being silly with their money. They got to look at themselves and about how much these things cost to make and sort of justify that. And demonising the second-hand market is not gonna get us anywhere really. What it's gonna do is shutter more stores, and in turn get less people into the hobby. You'll end up with only people who either stick to one machine, aren't going to be getting new ones in, or better yet, you'll be leaving people who only going to buy Nintendo products. So there you go. So that's lesson to you guys. Buy a Wii U.
Yeah, buy a Wii U, or as we like to say, retro.
Yeah, get some retro.
Retro.
Let's have a good look at the retro actually to finish up, because you should buy some. It's great.
Please like, share, subscribe.
Oh yeah. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Please do comment. We do love reading your comments and writing back and everything.
Yeah.
And check out our Facebook as well, where we always put in questions and stuff for the readers and listeners and so on. Did we put up a question this week, by the way?
Yeah. Somewhere.
Oh, that was it. We were thinking about doing other things on our channel. If you would like to see us maybe let's play a game, as you may know on YouTube, there are let's play things.
Dan, not a Nintendo game though.
Not Nintendo games.
Not a Nintendo game.
Games because they're
No.
too hard for Stuart. But otherwise,
Whoa.
otherwise, if you like to see us let's play something, then let us know in the comments and we'll look into it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye.